Hey, what's up guys, it's Theo from Final Concept. So today I'm going to show you how to create a corporate letterhead in Adobe Photoshop. So let's just get started. Welcome to Final Concept. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Alright, so let's go ahead and open up our application. For this tutorial I'm using Adobe Photoshop CC 2019 and I'll go ahead and create a new document. I'm going to set my width and height to that of an A4 and just click on OK. Now let's fit this to screen. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually import this image. That is what I'm going to be using for most of my references. Let's hide these rulers for a second. Now I'm going to be stealing the background I have here at the bottom. So to do that, I'll just be using the rectangular marquee tool. I'll create a selection like so. Right click and go to layer via copy. Then I'll use the move tool to bring it over here and I'll just paste it on top. I can also resize it to something like this. Now once I'm done, I can just use the magic wand because the colors are not the same from here. So I can just use the magic wand and I'll just delete that portion out. And I have something like this. Now this is looking quite nice. I also want to have my text centered, so I'll just be using so let's just go to view, click on new guide layout and I'll set the columns to 8. Make sure that rows are not checked. We don't need that for now, just the columns, and I'll just click on OK. So let's also import the logo which I have here. So for that I can just use the quick selection tool to do that. Just create a selection like so. Alright, right click, go to layer via copy or layer via cut, whichever works for you, and I'll paste it in here like so. Let's go back. So I can resize this to about this big and have it somewhere around here. So we obviously have to start typing. So I'll grab my type 2 T on your keyboard and I'll type in something like Final Concept. Make sure it's left aligned and I'll place it somewhere around here. So the slogan can come beneath: build, create, design. The space is a little bit too huge, so I can place it somewhere around here and probably make it a lighter font. So I'll be using the Gotham book and also reduce the size to about 10 points. So yeah, I think something like this is a good starting point. So if I fill this to screen, let's add some few details. So the first thing is I'm going to create a rectangle, so a long rectangle like this. Stretch it out till it meets this outer line we have here. You can also just use the move tool to make it smaller or make it wider, depending on however you want. So I think something like this is okay. Now the next thing is to have a set of information. Now I already have my pre-copied or pre-typed here, so I'll just copy them and I'll just be pasting them inside this document. So something like this. Now I don't want everything to be caps, so I'll just turn off the all caps option over here in the character. So I'll leave about 2 tabs, create something like this, 1 2 1 2. Now also reduce the size to about 6 points. Yeah, I think 2 tabs are too much, so let's just make them 1. Okay, so 1 tab. Okay, so I think I can also increase this a little bit, just by a little. So let's place this somewhere around here. So this is going to be the basic information I have for the letterhead. So I'll go ahead and copy this text also. Right click, go to copy and make sure the type 2 is selected. Right click and go to before I paste, I'm actually going to create something like this, a rectangle which can contain all the text. Then I'll just paste in my text like so. Now I'm going to obviously make this huge, so about 12 points. You know what, let me just go into the character options and turn this to auto so that I don't have to be dealing with it over and over again. So if I fill this to screen, I can actually make this all caps because the name is important, and I can also make it the more darker version. I can also make this Gotham black, and I can even make this a little bit bolden if I wanted to. So something like this is okay. Now this is a quick trick. In case you want some random characters, you can always use the Microsoft Word. So what you do is type rand into brackets 3,5. The 3 stands for the number of paragraphs you want and the 5 stands for the number of lines in each paragraph. So 3,5 is going to give me 3 paragraphs and 5 lines of paragraphs. Now this is not going to work until you type an equal to sign at the extreme left, and once you're done, just make sure your cursor is over here and hit enter, and it's going to create that for you. So you can see you have 5 lines and 3 paragraphs. So all I'll do is just copy this. I can't find my L'Oreal Ipsum. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well. Can't find it, so this is what I'm going to be using. So let's just assume that this is the text or the letter I'm actually going to be typing to send whoever is involved. So once I have that, let me just quickly turn this off. Now the reason why we created this rectangle is to have all our text isolated within this area, so it's never going to go outside of this unless I stretch it out. You can see that that is what is going to happen. So basically we are getting some nice room. You know what, I'm increasing the size of this also to about 14 or 14 point. Yeah, I think that is okay. Now once I have that, I'm going to have the last set of information. If you didn't watch our tutorial on how to create this digital signature, please check that out before you watch this one. I have it linked in the description and the cards up here. So I'll copy this last information and also have it at the bottom like so. So I think I have to make this a little bit wider so that I can type in my information. So you know what, let me just copy this same thing and paste it in here so that I don't have to edit it again. So basically that's it. The last thing is to add in my image. So let's just go ahead and open it up. It's saved on my desktop. I have it here, so I can just import it like so, resize this and place it somewhere around here. Now in case you don't want this exact red color, which I already have, first right click and go to rasterize layer, control click on the thumbnail, then go to the adjustment panel and go to hue or saturation. Here you can just go ahead and change the color to whatever you want. So in case I want blue, I can just shift it over here and I can increase the intensity or reduce it. So something like this should be okay, and it can look bluish in that. So let me quickly hide all the lines I have here using Control H, and you can see this is how the letterhead is going to look like. So at any point in time, if you have a letter you have previously typed, you can just go ahead and select this, paste it in and save it up as a PDF, and this is going to be a lot easier. In case you also want to use this for a Word document, just go ahead and turn all of these off and save this as an image so that when you bring it, you know what, let me just show you. I'm going to save it as an untitled image so that if you bring it into Word document like what I already have here, you can just go to image, pictures, select that image, so that's going to be untitled, insert it, and this is what it's going to look like. So once you have it here, just right click on the image, go to wrap text and make sure that it is behind text. This is going to allow you to be able to stretch it out. Oops, let me quickly undo here. So you'll be able to stretch this out to the corners of the design. Let's do that one more time. So wrap text, behind text, then you'll be able to stretch this around like so that they can fill up the entire page the way you want it. Then once you're done, you can start typing in your information here like that. So anyway, yeah, that is it. Thank you guys for watching. As always, the PSD template is going to be linked below, so be sure to check it out. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to watch more of my videos, hit that subscribe button, and as always, don't forget to share with your family and friends. This is Theo from Fino Concept, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.